Tracking on Republic TV, even as Israel's unrelenting fight against terror continues, Hezbollah chief Hassan Nasrallah has met the Hamas deputy head and also the Palestinian Islamic Jihad chief. Now the meeting took place in Beirut, Lebanon. This comes moments after Israel's PMO has gone ahead and announced that the forces are prepared for the next move and a ground offensive is very likely. Let's go to Gursimran, who's joining us live right now. Gursimran, I'm coming to you because we are seeing multiple developments take place. What we see right now are some meetings taking place, and number two, we have been debating this as well and talking about this, but it looks like the ground offensive is very, very likely. Could you take us through all the details coming in?
Shivang, you have rightly mentioned that the ground offenses, they are on the cards. The Israel side is preparing for the massive ground offenses along with the strikes and the operations that are being conducted by the Navy of the Israel side. And also, it is pertinent to mention that this meeting of the chief of the Hezbollah group, that is Hassan Nasrallah, with the top two of the group of Palestine Islamic Jihad and the Hamas, clearly shows that the terror groups are now conspiring against the Israel side, because they know that the like-minded countries have united against the terrorism with the Israel, and in the days to come they have to face the major action by the Israel side, and that's why it seems that the terror groups have united. It's not only now restricted to the terror groups, but also since the meeting was held in Beirut in Lebanon, this shows the active involvement of Lebanon. However, it was already clear when the land of Lebanon was used to carry out attacks on the Israel side. Apart from that, the Syria was also targeted by the Israel Defense Forces yesterday when they tried to launch an attack into the Israel territory. And also, the Iran is very much vocal about their support to the Hamas terrorists. So this means that three states, that is Iran, along with the Lebanon and Syria, and three terror groups, Hamas, Hezbollah, and Palestine Islamic Jihad, they all have united against the state of Israel and are now trying to mount pressure on the Israel, as they are trying to corner the Israel from all three fronts, along with the terror groups that they have always been backing for the long, so as to destabilize the Israel state.
Absolutely. And if you take our viewers through exactly what else we are learning of right now, because what we see is that a huge effort and a huge focus has been put on the humanitarian crisis, the hostages especially taking the spotlight. Now, we know Israel at the UN has said that the hostages are living a nightmare. Take us through exactly what the reaction is of the other countries coming in, and what is the state of those hostages, because some of the hostages have already been released, but most of them are still captive. Gursimran.
Yeah, Shivangi, see, there are a total of 224 was the number of the hostages, out of which 4 have been released, 223, majority of which Israel Defense Forces believe are alive, are still in the still under the active area, which is the Gaza Strip, and they are with the Hamas terrorists. And the priority for the Israel Defense Forces and the world community remains to get them out of the area of Hamas safely. So once they are out of the clutches of Hamas, then the next operations, that is the ground offenses, will be planned. Apart from that, one thing which seems imminent, that there are attempts to de-escalate the situation, because if we speak of the United States of America, there has been a statement from the President Joe Biden in which he has said that once the hostages are released, then there can be talks on the ceasefire. While the statement that is coming from the Hamas side, they say that once the targeting, the pin precision strikes that are happening from the Israel side, that will stop, then we will consider releasing the hostages. That means it is the hostages that have become the point of